because it's not within 200 yards of a school. I get that, you know what I mean? Which one of you is going to ride the bus home? Wait, that's Cody, all you guys. You guys can make the same roast jokes for the three of you. Seriously, I just write one section of roast jokes and just apply it to the table. You know what I mean? It's a group tab.
How about Travis, because he's fucked more fat chicks than type 2 diabetes?
Hey, he might have fucked more fat chicks than whatever, but he's fucked more chicks than me, so I don't even, what am I supposed to complain about, you know what I mean? You guys got me beat? I don't know, I have some jokes though, like I said. I wrote some jokes, and I wanted to go after you guys because you guys were doing this new thing. We've never done this before. And me even mixing Cody going first is a new thing that we don't typically do. And it goes to show that at this mic, we fuck up the order, we do weird stuff. It's the absolute Wild West of what a mic would be. Everywhere you go, it's not like this. You won't see this everywhere, but it makes it fun. We have a good time. Are you guys having a good time? Anybody? A couple good times. I don't know, I like you guys. But I wanted to do this set with this new stuff going on because this is the 4th or 5th set that I ever wrote. And I've been doing this for a while now, so I wrote a bunch of bullshit. And it's the 5th time that I performed this set. And it changes every single time. Every time I do it, it's different. That's what we do here. To illustrate what I'm saying, we're working on stuff here. That's what this mic is all about. It's not a paid gig. It's not a show. We're just working on stuff, we're bullshitting, we're working stuff out, and we're becoming friends in the process. And I love that. But that's what I mean, we're here to work on stuff, so to illustrate that, it could be good or bad. And I'm going to give you some for instances. For instance, we're working on stuff here, I'll work on your mom. For instance, we're working on stuff here, stand up is hard, your mom is easy. We're working on stuff, for instance, stand up is hard, your mom makes me hard. You know what I mean? Amen. You never know if there's going to be laughs on these jokes because this is how we work stuff out. We're figuring it out. There was no laughs, but I don't mind. You guys get what I'm doing. Kim laughed, I do. And also, glad to see you, Kim. She made it from out of state. You guys are all locals. It's too easy for you guys. Jesus. But moving on, though, we got more stuff here. I got a ton of shit. Well, not a ton. It's a decent amount. We'll see what we got here. What I want to say, if you're getting this mic, this room, this dive bar, it's kind of, it's not the classiest joint, I'll admit that. And you'll find that what we have here is some really raw and untamed, material. It's offensive. It's often defensive. They call it blue comedy. The comedy here is so blue, you would think we're depressed, but we are. So don't worry about that. Just to ease your tensions if you're wondering. You don't have to wonder. I'm not sure if we're doing satire or sad-tire. Oh, so depressing. But that's just what we do here. And you'll find that the comedy also, it's wild, it's uncut. It kind of reminds me of pubic hair, you know what I mean? I can't keep it out of my mouth.
That's true.
And it's gritty, but it will grow on you. The comedy here will do those things. It absolutely is true. And if you don't believe it, just sign up. We got a sign up sheet right here. Pubic hair, I know it's bad callback. But you gotta understand, I wrote this set in response to a terrible bomb that I had done the week before. I bombed terribly. It was really embarrassing, but it wasn't embarrassing because there was no one there to see it. It was completely dead. So I came to the realization that, let's see how this goes. You don't want people to witness your fuck up. And no surprise, I fuck up all the time. Hell yeah, good shot, bro. Fucking bank D8. I don't know. Yeah, I know, they're not women. I got that in the kitchen. Never mind, let's not go there. That's a pool joke. Anyways, like I said, we're moving on. I fuck shit up all the time. But it's been busier lately, which is good for these guys, the new guys. You guys need the crowd. We all need the crowd. Everybody needs the crowd to interact with and to tell you what is good and what's not. When I'm out here, like I said, when I was out performing for no people, I had no idea if anything was funny, you know what I mean? I seriously, why I don't know what's funny to this day. I think it caused serious mental problems with me. But, so that's what I mean, you need feedback in comedy. You might not want feedback on your amp, but in comedy, it's absolutely necessary. Which brings me to the point of the set. The reason I wrote the set originally the base idea was that shame and embarrassment are directly linked to who sees your fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like the witnessing of the fuck up. Like when I was doing these horrible sets but no one was here, it seemed kind of like bittersweet. Like I was like, oh, nobody booed me, which happens, I get that. But also, not a lot of claps either, you know what I mean? You guys boo? Anybody? I was waiting. Oh, you guys gave me the clap? I thought you gave me the boo. You can give me either. I accept both, baby. This is a fucking, I accept all forms of currency. That's what I mean though. So what I'd say too, with this idea of who witnesses you, if a joke falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it get a laugh? I got about the same response from the trees. You guys are the same exact fucking group of people, which is cool. I like it.
Try to be the Lorax and speak for them.
Pardon?
Try to be the Lorax, speak for the trees.
Lorax? That guy.
Speak for the trees.
Yeah. Don't make me quote Casey Rocket. He's got a great Lorax joke, but I'm not going to rip off his material. I've got my own material that's terrible for you guys. So, like I said though, you don't want people to see your fuck up. I'm going to do some more for instances because I liked it earlier. You don't want people to see your fuck up. For instance, you ever break something and you just, nobody saw, so you put it back together just enough so that the next person thinks that they broke it. We've all done it. I've done it with a ton of girlfriends, to be honest. So watch out for that. But also, you don't want people to see your fuck up. For instance, taking a shit. Shameful, disgusting. And if you're one of those people that's like, no, I'm not embarrassed, you should be. It's fucking gross. Stop being proud of how disgusting you are, you know what I mean?
Boo.
But then again, here I am at this mic. I know, boo. I said this mic.
No, boo.
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 Yeah, well, that's what I mean too. This disgusting room does make you think twice about these kind of ideas. For instance, you heard right. There's poop jokes here. There's shitty jokes here. We've got shitty jokes at this mic. You heard it around town. And I don't mind though because they stink. I know, it's a waste. But poop jokes are regular at this mic. If you've been here, you know they are.
Word to the sheets, brother.
The sheets?
Word to the sheets.
Word on the sheet.
Word on the sheets? Oh, you don't want to see the yellow shit going on? I got I'm kidding. I don't use sheets. Just have a yellow mattress.
Just all bed.
Yeah, exactly. It's even worse. No, like I said though, the truth is though, I was going to say, poop jokes are regular. This is not a classy mic. For instance, I'm a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But that's the thing though. The truth is that poop jokes will make a big splash. Because everybody understands their movement. You know what I mean? No, you gotta push it out. And I have so much shit in the stupid joke book. It's terrible. Overwhelming. Yeah, you don't want to push too hard with poop jokes. But you can't mention poop jokes and pass gas jokes. Come on, you know what I mean? You gotta admit, they go hand in hand, you know? For instance, you guys know the shame associated with the silent but deadly, the crop dusting. You guys crop dust? Any crop dusters in the house?
No shame in
Woo!
my
We got a crop duster over here. That's what I'm saying too. Crop dusting is like one of those things that's only shameful if you get caught. Like insider trading, sexual assault, human trafficking, turning people into skin lamps. Also on a side note, I've got some wonderful lamps for sale after the show. If anybody wants to buy a lamp, come and talk to me. I'll light you up. It'll be great. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This stuff you're not allowed to do. I get it. But so one thing I do love to do though, I love to crop dust people. I'll go fart by them, and then when they, they smell it, and I'll be like, "Who smelt it? Dealt it." I work it really hard on them until they become angry and defensive, and then I say it's their fault and they're being crazy, and I call it gaslighting. Absolutely, it's gaslighting. Gaslighting is also a way you can say it. I prefer gaslighting. That's mine, but you can write it however you love. But also, I have another, for instance. One time, I lived in this house by Swain's on 2nd Street, and me and my friends were standing out by the parking strip by the street, and this guy rolled by on a fucking Honda Goldwing motorcycle. Oh, Corey, what's up, buddy? I know, it's distracting. But he rides up on this Goldwing motorcycle, full skirt. It's got glitter in the paint. He's got glitter on his helmet, if you want to know what kind of fucking guy this guy is. And he's all, we're standing there, he goes, hey, check this out. And he fucking revs it up, and he just kills it right in front of us. Kills the motorcycle, and we just laugh directly in his face. We're like, ha 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 ha, you suck, dude. And then he's like standing there looking stupid, and he's like, oh fuck, fires it back up. He's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. And he fucking burns off out of there. But it was too late. The damage was done. We witnessed his fuck up. This is the point that I'm getting at. We saw him fuck up and there was no turning back. That's what, like, the whole set is about that. But I wonder how it would apply in comedy. Like, for instance, you do a bad set, maybe Cody? You say, you just do a mulligan. You know, we do a mulligan. It's this is, like, I do a bad set and then I go, this is what I was supposed to do. And then I just do the sick burnout, you know what I mean? And I don't know if that would ever work in comedy. I don't think it's a real thing.
You do skitties more like it.
But the thing is, 20 years later, that guy's lack of a burnout is still burned in the mind of this burnout. So I can't let it go, you know. But if you're gonna do like a second set like a mulligan, you gotta wonder, is it gonna be better? Or are you just spinning your tires? I don't know. Speaking of spinning tires, for instance, another time, I crashed my bicycle. And this story, I crashed my bike. This story begins just like my life, going downhill fast, real fast. So, and it happened right up here. I was coming down the hill from about Little Devil's Lunchbox area. And I was turning right in front of Straight Slice up towards Safeway. I was going to cut onto the sidewalk. So, you know, I was going fucking full speed down the hill too. And so, and I was approaching the approach. There's that little yellow bumpy thing. Don't get me started on that. Also, it was a little wet out. There's a joke there. You guys can figure that one out on your own. This story is getting out of control a bit, just like I was on the bicycle. Very out of control. So I crashed the bike. I kind of washed out the front wheel, and I went into my instinctual roll out of it, but I was all caught in the bicycle because it just fell right to the ground, and I had a big scab, and I broke my shoulder blade and my collarbone in this crash, and or clavicle and scapula if you're a fucking nurse or whatever. Thank you. That one's for you, Caroline. I know. But that's the thing. It was a pretty serious break, and the first thing I did was to jump up and look around to see if anybody saw that I crashed. And sure enough, I got up just like the rest of my life. No one was there. You know what I mean? So pretty sad. I was in a lot of pain, and I proceeded to ride my bike home. 20 blocks uphill in the middle of the night with one arm. Yeah, middle of the night. The truth is I had been drinking. I know you were wondering that the whole time, weren't you guys? I bet you he was drunk. I was a little bit buzzed. That's what they call it. But so I got home. Oh no, this is true. I want to say this part. This is something I figured out. I rode 20 blocks uphill, one arm, in the middle of the night. Yes, I was drinking. It was another drunken mistake. And when I first wrote this joke, it was women, I'm looking to make another drunken mistake. But then as I grew and realized where I live in life, it's the woman's mistake. It's not my mistake. It's the woman that will make the mistake. I'm just lucky to be there, you know what I mean? So if there's any women who are looking to make a mistake, that's how the joke is supposed to end. But the truth is, though, I got home. I was married at the time. I woke up the wife on accident. If that was the thing, too, toward the end of the marriage, if I was coming home super late and drunk, I would always accidentally wake up my wife. Every single time. She'd be fucking pissed. But this time, it was very weird because it was this very unique mix of being very concerned and also like ultimate rage. She's really mad, but she was also like, should we go to the hospital? And I was like, no, I'll sleep it off. I'll be okay. Which was another fuck up. Just another one. Line them up. Because I could have gone in at night and gotten out with the crackheads and shit, you know. Nobody's there at night. In the morning, though, it was a weekend. It was busy. I was there all day. And it was fucking exhausting. By the end of the day, I had not only broken my clavicle and my scapula, but also my spirit. No, exactly. But the truth is, I broke all those things, but the truth is I'm always broke. So I don't know that that day was any different, you know what I mean? But that's okay. But the doctor did say this is the kind of crash that would typically happen in a 30 to 40 mile per hour car accident. And I said, it happened on my bike. And he said, oh, what cc? And I was like, no, it was a bicycle, fucking pedal bike, And he was shocked. And I was like, well, that's just adding insult to injury, bro. What the fuck? So, but then again, I figured he probably just rode his bike, kind of like a pussy or whatever. Not getting after it.
He never got grabbed.
That's okay though. But albeit a pussy with 2 working arms, which I didn't have, Something happens to me is I break my left side all the time. I ride regular foot. My left leads, and it's always the side I break. So luckily, once I broke that side, I broke my left side, I was all right. I was able to drive my car, manual transmission, I was able to work the forklift at work, and I was able to jerk off, which was good because I was doing a lot of jerking off at the time. Like I said, things were not good with the wife. Did I mention we're divorced now? So I was definitely busy on that, But to be fair, I'm still doing a lot of jerking off now. I mean, that hasn't even changed, and there's no shame. I'm not even ashamed of it because I don't have a lot of witnesses. Well, a few witnesses, I will admit. There's been a few witnesses, but I know, keep that secret. But if you want to, what I'm getting at though, the moral of this whole fucking load of shit that I've been going at is if you sign up to do the open mic and you take a shit on stage and we all witness it, at least you'll be able to ride off into the sunset with no broken bones, maybe just a bruised ego, maybe an angry wife, Cody. I don't know where Cody went. I'm sure he'll understand that joke. And you'll still be able to jerk off. So feel free to sign up. We've got a sign-up sheet handy. Woo! Woo! Thank you. I'm Brando. I love you guys. Next up, we're going to move on. We got 3 more people signed up. So who the fuck are we going to go to next? Henry V? Are you ready, sir? All right, let's give it up for Henry V, everybody.